Now
he had his fingers caught in your ass.
Now listen. Now we great. Take it to a whole nother place. He didn't. His fingers wasn't in my ass. He just touched it as he was going by. We not going to exaggerate.
I know. All right.
Let's not do that. Like,
I gotta say though, that is a wild story, and I'm still blown that it was a Billy Live.
Yeah, he remixed it this week because I ain't never heard that.
Because you never let me tell it. But anyway, that wasn't my favorite time.
Hey,
my favorite.
Remember, listen. In the rules of life, when you're out with your homeboys, as long as the ratio is 3 average dudes to 2 bad bitches. Anything is possible.
My favorite time at a Billy Live party was.
That's when he made it. He had that was an excuse.
Billy Live had a fucking Halloween party. And
oh yeah, and he had everybody doing the Quan with him.
Listen, I had
all the women was over 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had all the chicks in there doing the Quan with me.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
Big as his ass is, and then doing the Quan.
That was my best Billy Live experience. Minus the fact that whoever
the fucking Quan.
What about the skate park?
My best time was at the Halloween party. No, despite the fact that at the Halloween party,
he will like it because this the person that rolled on stage, you know. He like to roll when he performs.
I always tell everybody, females love when I do that shit.
He do that shit.
You do that for real on stage?
Listen, I was doing
it. 5 seasons.
Oh.
Let's clarify this.
Wait a minute.
There were a bunch of I was the one rapping. There were some females right there in the front. I was doing an R&B song.
So they was in. I'm
and I hit the roll for
They was in the room.
You ain't got to show it. I can show my roll.
Hey, I do.
No, because you ain't gonna do it like you did.
Excuse me.
I can't front. I have to throw a little bit of a defensive on this one.
What?
My roll.
Okay, never mind. I withdraw. Listen, I withdraw. No, I'm good. I had a defense and I'm done. Now he did. Shit.
He did this.
Whatever that was.
He did that. He had his face into it. He was like.
Listen, look. I can say, I'll tell you what the defense was, but I am withdrawing the official. I'm withdrawing the official objection, but here's what my defense was going to be. You can't really hate a guy from Baltimore that raps. You know what I mean? And can sing a little and dance a little. Because if I can sing and dance, I probably would have did a lot more of that. Because I love Drew Hill. Think about it. Drew Hill did all that, that Bobby Brown, dancing and shit, grinding while he's singing, So I can understand if he was feeling himself in the moment and did it.
He wasn't singing.
But then I just watched him do it again, and I was like, shit.
He was rapping.
But it was a song for the females.
The camera saw what he just did. Y'all might have missed it, but he did that.
I did it.
You was a little more on rhythm. That thing that he just did, I don't know what the fuck.
Because it was no music.
I couldn't imagine what song he was rapping to when he did that shit.
It was
I couldn't believe it. I was done.
But listen,
my night was over.
As I'm on the stage, when I did it, the girls threw their hands up.
Oh my God! How you gonna say the girl threw their hands up?
Listen, Mac is in the back of the club and right in front of the stage going, "You better not never do that shit again. Do not ever fucking do that shit again." Like I can see him and he is having a whole fit in the back. He's tapping. Did you see that shit? Why the fuck is he rolling and shit? He's having a fit in the back of the club.
That is true.
Hey, listen. Sometimes, like on your at the 5 seasons, like he might have had to punch you just to keep respecting the street. That listen, you know what I mean? Like the 5 was wild back then. But listen, think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm glad we made it out of there that night.
Listen, the same girl that was in the front. One of them was singing later on in the show, and she called me on stage to dance with her, and I had a good time.
Yeah, you did. I was mad at that too.
Speaking of the 5,
he was mad at that too.
What's your take on Baltimore hip hop from the past to now?
Oh man,
Do you think we're unified? Do you think we're divided?
I think we're worse now than we've ever been.
Really?
Yes.
We had the same question last week. And somebody said it was better than it has ever been.
Do you know it's getting better? It's getting better, but I'm saying, like, do you understand the concept of like a wave, like surfing, like catching a wave? You ever been to Ocean City and boogie boarded? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or body surf. The best way to catch a wave is right on the crest. You know what I mean? Like when you're on top of it. If it crashes on top of you, it's a rough ride. If you catch it too late, you just float over and you miss it. Baltimore's problem is every time our wave comes around, we fuck it up. We don't catch the wave right on the crest.
Right.
We've had plenty of blown opportunities. We can name them all. We don't need to name none. Let's just keep moving forward and keep this this unity thing that everybody's preaching and really doing because we have no choice now.
Right.
Like shit got real out here,
Like,
man.
yeah.
Like everything has disappeared. Like, you can't get away with that. Like, yo, I remember, like, scams still being a thing in 2006 where you could, like, rip somebody off. Now, it's so small and, like, compartmentalized that you can't rip nobody off because somebody in another circle is going to find you quick. Like,
Right.
I mean, like, they realize, like, how bad it was out there. Everybody's too paranoid to work together in a full fist. But I think we're in the right direction, but I think now's worse than it's ever been. I'm just saying, like,
real?
specifically. I think it's
I
getting
think
better.
it's better because I started out in the 90s. So
Right.
from the 90s to now, I think far as, you know, it got better. Like people.
Well, then I have to at least say that. Forgive my ignorance.
Yeah, it
'Cause
got
I didn't
better.
start till after 2000s. Like, I got
Okay.
late start hip hop. I didn't start
Okay.
even rapping my first, like, thing until, like, I wrote my first verse in, like, 97, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like, so that's what I mean. Like, but I didn't even know about, like, the Baltimore hip hop scene and, like, a full movement. Like, I wasn't around till, like,
It was a
2006. I've
scene
only
back
been around.
in the 90s, like the
Yeah.
early 90s too. You know.
Yeah, I'm saying, but I heard a lot of things, like, you know what I mean, like guys like Scar and Boss Man and like different things they were.
They
doing
were guys
out
that came like after us, but
And I'm talking about
Yeah.
that predate me. Like,
Yeah,
when they were, you know,
yeah.
Mully and all those guys, like when they were in their peaks and, you know, their crest, they had a good shot at it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There was a good wave that came through. And, yo, not everybody missed, and some people made money. And, yo, this business, everybody thinks, like, the success is about leaving. Like,
Right.
making money is what this is measured in. Like, so,
You know, I remember, I'm like probably, I'm not really sure the year, so I would be lying if I tried to tell you the year. But I was young, like stupid young, and I was hanging with Mully when he was like the dude, like him, Rob Scola, his other homeboy. Like I used to hang with them all the time, and I remember Mully had a meeting with Master P. And like he was like, I'm going to meet with Master P today. When I come back, I'm probably gonna have a deal. We gonna turn up tonight. Like, all right. We was all at a party, and I remember Mully coming in. And when he came in, after he had the meeting, he was talking, and I was like, so what happened? He was like, I think I'm about to be signed. I'm not really sure. We had a good meeting. And I remember being young and being around him and learning from them and learning how to rap. Like back then I liked rap, but I didn't know how to formulate bars. I didn't know none of that. Like I didn't know what a 16 was and none of that back then. And they used to teach me that stuff. And I used to be like, in my mind, like Mully was gonna be like the next great dude. And I don't really know what happened because through personal things, I think we all kind of went our separate ways. But that was a time where I really felt like Baltimore. That was one of those times where I felt like Baltimore was like right there. Like I thought we was just gonna be the next wave, because at that time it was Mully, it was Boss Man, Comp was on the Def Jam game at the
Shout out to
time.
Comp.
You know, like it was just like I just felt like that was our time. And then there have been times after that where it's been like 2 or 3 dudes right there on that, like you say, on that crest.
yeah.
And then it's just like that's the time where we should unite and catch that wave together. But because I think the problem within the city is that when that wave come, the dudes who are right there that's already riding it, they want to be the first one.
Yeah.
And in order for them to be the first one, they feel like, move. You gonna take away from
It's
me.
the excited kid thing.
Yeah.
Everybody
like,
wants to be the first in line, so they pushing and shoving.
yeah, so and they start pushing and shoving. So now you got like 3 other dudes, and we probably could have all caught that wave and took the industry by storm. But you were the front runner, and you knocked everybody down,
Right.
just so you could be the only one. And once people learn that you don't have to be, it's not about being the first one. Just be one of the ones.
That's why I use the wave analogy, the surfer's code.
Yeah.
You ever seen a surfer movie, how badass surfers are in real life? Like, there's a code about that shit. You take another surfer's wave or you, like, chop him or whatever. I don't know the terminology. But, like, yo, they getting the real scraps on the beach over that. Like, that's their peace place. You know what I mean? Right. But they're all out there looking for that same thing. And they all know they can't catch it all at the same time. And they all can't catch it at the same place because just how the wave does its thing naturally, they're stuck somewhere. They can't just jump over to here real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got to wait their turn. So, I mean, like, that's the reason I use the wave analogy is because I feel like there's a peaceful way for this to happen. This was by no means, this was just honesty. Like, you know, like, I really want to say it out loud so people hear me say it. Don't see me at a show and me tell you like how it's a great show and think that means that it reflects how I feel about the entire scene. You know, I think we all have a lot of work to do. We all have a lot of humble pie to eat. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
Until the day comes, man, when somebody can write me a check bigger than the checks I've earned myself in this city. You know what I mean? Like, there's only 2 people that have ever made me more money than I made myself in music, and I worked with one of them, and the other one was like my mentor. I'm not hearing it. Like, it's about money. Like, you know what I mean? Let's get this money. You know what I mean? Like, yo, not everybody needs to be a manager. Not everybody needs to be a producer. Not everybody needs to be a rapper. We could put together a dream team of people. But would people actually follow with the real? It's a real thing.
Yeah.
The industry's not like, seriously, like, do you guys know how much money is tied up in the record industry and has been for 100 years?
Right.
That thing is precision. We can't just come in and be like, we got this art, we're gonna sneak in real quick. It's like being that kid, that homeless kid to try to sneak in a nightclub. Like, you're gonna stand out immediately.
Right.
We get in that room and like be like, oh shit. Like, I call it the money room. We might all be outside that money room door together, but until we figure out how to like go in as a group, you know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna make sense in there. They're looking for business people. They're not looking for rappers. You know why they're looking for business people? Because they need somebody to control that rapper.
Right.
If all of a sudden me and you start working together tomorrow as manager and artist, it would take us time to build a trust level. Like, trust between a manager and artist has to be 100. Because if I say, hey, did that producer sample something? And you say no, and I turn it into the label and we get sued, they're burning us. And everything we work for is nothing. If you tell me straight up it was, and I go to the label and say, yeah, but there's a sample in that. You know what I mean? Like, the trust is so, and think about it. It's like, I don't want to tell them. This is the one. Once we get on, we'll worry about the lawsuit later. We'll have plenty of money. People start making conversations up in their head. There's literal books out there you can buy that tell you how the music industry works. And they're real. Like, seriously, like the book by Donald Passman, I give it to every client. I'm like, just at least read the chapters of what you're hiring. At least know what the hell you're doing. You know, if you're not going to listen to me about this shit, take this book and see if this man can make some sense to you.
Right.
You know? So the city has a lot of potential, man. And I got my eyes on a few people, but like I said, I'm doing a lot more than just hip hop right now. So I'm trying to do some things. Like, I mean, we have a market up in Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Virginia Beach, Jersey Shore. We do coast to coast tour routing for Pasadena, Bumpin' Uglies, Bond and Bentley, Frankie Goodrich. We do the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, St. John, and Puerto Rico. We just opened up for Pasadena this St. Patrick's Day. I don't remember if they played there on St. Patrick's Day, but like the week after, they went from St. Thomas to Puerto Rico. Okay. And we did all that like by ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, we just didn't take no. We sent 2,000 emails a day until they told us no, and then one day somebody said yes, and we moved in. And we got blessed to have a lot of fans. I mean, Buffalo's our second biggest market. Wow. Like, we literally, when we have festivals, like Little Buffalo comes to Baltimore. You know what I mean? Like, when we had the camping thing, they actually had a campsite called Little Buffalo. You know what I mean? Because that's how many of them came. You know what I mean? So, like, we've really put together a huge network. And that's why if people are down to listen and people are down to work, like Rob and I can really help people out. It's not about the money for me. Because in the beginning, nobody's making money. That's what we tell all of our new clients. Like, look, if you want it, we got to build your brand first. Otherwise, we're just throwing you out there and making you work the hard way. Like, you're just treading water in quicksand. You know what I mean? You're going to get tired. And if you got a lot of strength in you, a lot of endurance, you can put up with a lot of shit, you might make it. But you also might do all that and not make it. So,
Exactly.
I mean, how many rappers have we all joked about, like, it's their time to quit? And I'm not talking about, like, I'm talking about, like, you know, like a KRS-One or something like that, you know, and he's still out there rapping. It's like, why the fuck should he quit? You know what I mean? Like, fucking, what's the, Kiss? Kiss will get out on stage, they don't give a fuck. Write that check. Kiss will get their old asses right out on that stage. You know what I mean? Beach Boys. I went and saw Beach Boys like sometime in the past 10
and
years.
they rocking that motherfucker.
Dude, I went with my mom.
They rocking
John
that
Stamos, the dude that played Uncle Jesse on Full House, plays as a backup drummer in their band. And he was in town with them in Ocean City, and my mom saw the thing fly by on a plane on the beach, and she bought tickets to that shit. Man, that shit blew my mind. I was like, damn, yo. I was like, that's why I'm like, yo, Jay-Z, one more album. Come on, it's cool, fuck it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, I feel like hip hop is the only genre of music that people feel like it has to be an age limit on it. Like, once you get a certain age,
you
gotta
crazy.
stop. And I just had this conversation with somebody, and if you have talent, your talent doesn't stop because you get older.
Right.
You just get older.
Yeah, your
but
story
your talent
changes. That's what Jay
remains.
always says. Your story
And your
changes.
story changes.
But that doesn't change who you,
You
are
are,
and
right.
your passion and what you want to do and just the person you are. If you
Story
live
of my
that,
life.
Now, mind you,
you know, if
if
you
you
live
like,
that, then that's
Story
just who
of my
you
life.
are.
if you like
Story of my life.
49 and your song come out and I hear you yell gang gang on it, then kill yourself twice.
Well, I mean, but at the same time,
Because that ain't your life.
But why isn't it? There could really
Because
be
it's
somebody.
not that. But listen, if
it could
if
be.
it is your life, fine. But
I
in
mean,
most
like-
cases, that's not your life.
So we never seen that 49-year-old turned up and been like, "What the fuck is he doing here?" We've seen that before.
That's that dude in the
So
club
what's
that
wrong
dance
with
all
him?
night.
Where he happens to be the musician. He's like, "Yo, I just want to write a record." Exactly.
Listen.
So is Jay-Z.
But
Right.
that's
So
just
is
listen.
Puffy.
Oh, I didn't say. I
Right?
said if
But
it's
Puffy
your
came out
life.
with a dance banger about some fucking Ciroc, we'd all be dancing with our Ciroc in there.
Yes.
Listen,
With featuring J-Lo with her bitch ass. You know what I mean? That was fucked up what you did to Puffy.
listen.
I never forgot
Listen.
that.
Yes.
Nobody's knocking them for what I'm telling you is. All right, listen. If you right now, let's bring this full circle. If you right now, like a dude in his 50s came out acting like Black Youngster right now, y'all trying to tell me y'all would take that motherfucker serious?
I'm not saying
You barely take Black Youngster
Why would
serious,
you
and
do that?
he young as a
That's what I mean.
motherfucker.
Why would
Yeah.
a person that age do that?
But that's what I'm saying. Like somebody that just little bitch.
No.
Stupid
No,
whores.
no,
like
no.
if somebody that age was acting like that, you wouldn't take them serious.
Let's be clear. Let's be
don't
clear.
know.
I don't know of any true hip hop artist that would age and act that way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what's throwing me off. That's a
Right,
youngster
the-
record.
right.
Fuck that. That's
No.
what I'm saying.
Like the
But that's what I'm
young-
telling you.
A young
That.
20-year-old makes
Because-
that record.
and
So
I
the
bet
50-year-old man's brain will not think that up.
Right.
He might listen if he heard that same
Even
record you're describing.
when he get
the
older,
thing he
he's
tried to
gonna-
make, it would sound more adult.
Right.
I don't know how you make that more adult, but it wouldn't come out that way because it couldn't.
I
Like,
noticed my music.
we
is
was listening.
maturing.
We was listening to a
My-
black.
My music is maturing.
And that's a beautiful thing, man. When you
That-
start noticing,
Yo,
it, it's awesome.
we was listening to a Black Youngster record today, and his bar, and I'm gonna try to quote this as exact as I can. He said, "I shoot your grandmama in the back, ho. Her whole ass should have never been in the way. Should have never got clapped, ho." Like if a dude who was in his 40s made that exact same record, you would be like, if
But
you
why,
don't
what's
sit
your point? Why would anybody
What
do
I
that?
no listen, that's what you didn't hear the how I started this. What I'm saying is it's no age limit on it. It's just that certain type of music is not for everybody.
Right, but I'm saying, but you don't see Bobby Brown still humping the stage. At some point, he gonna slow it down. He gonna fuck his hip up or something.
Bobby Brown is still
He's
humping
still
the
gonna get out
stage.
there, but he's still gonna get out there.
Bobby
and sing
is
the same
still
song.
humping the stage.
Yeah, right,
And
no,
that's
no,
what
I know,
happened
but-
to Prince.
No, but I'm saying exactly. That's what I'm saying. At some point, he's
That's
going
what
to
happened
slow
to
down.
Prince.
That's all we're saying.
And that's no listen, and I understand. It doesn't
Bobby
change.
Brown who he is.
It does, that's what I'm
Right.
telling. But what
I
I'm
mean,
telling
we
people
all do
is,
know Bobby Brown is old as shit to be humping the stage.
yeah.
right now.
Exactly.
So if
That's
we
why
could-
he cooking
if-
now.
And if we see that, we will wild out like, yeah, Bobby,
was
fuck
good,
everybody.
yeah.
Don't take no shit.
Can't find
but
them
because a rapper says that.
But that's
I know, but I'm saying, but like I think you're part of like a middle minority majority point, like the middle point, where I get what you're saying, but me and him are on the like, yo, why would anybody that
Right, like-
think of
listen.
that?
I know and no, listen. And so what
trying
I'm
to
telling you
understand
is,
why these
what I'm
things.
telling you is, I know that you wouldn't think because your mind.
He looked to me to save him, but I ain't gonna save him.
I don't listen. I didn't look for nobody to save me.
What's going on, man?
Because normally Diamond has something to say. That's why I looked at you. But what I'm saying is, I'm not
I mean, all right,
saying.
I'm gonna save you.
You're not gonna save
Here's
me.
Here's the thing. I understand the point you're trying to make, but you're just using the wrong analogy to make your point.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Because they're
in
not
Camden
gonna
Yards
sound
right
like
now.
that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna sound
Definitely
like that.
Camden Yards.
An older artist. I mean, somebody can come out and still talk reckless, but not to the extent that you talking about. But
that's
older
okay.
artist
Yeah, and
can
actually
come
think
out.
about it. We find that shit funny in comedy. And put an old black man in a movie saying young hip hop lyrics, yelling at kids to get off his lawn, and we would crack the fuck up. So
Right.
what I'm saying is, if a 50-year-old rapper wrote something like that, Who's to say we wouldn't just crack up at our desk job or our fucking personal spare time as
so
a video that went viral?
But that's what I'm telling you.
But
that's my statement. You wouldn't take him.
Right.
You wouldn't. My point is, you wouldn't take him serious.
Oh, I do though. Actually, have you ever seen those people that really try to sing and can't, and people make videos and make fun of them?
Right.
Yo, I watch those videos sometimes and remind myself, like, yo, it takes a lot of courage.
It do because a lot of them think they can sing.
I know, but I'm saying it takes a lot of courage if you can sing to get out there and do it, not knowing you can sing and not sing. Right. So when you really can't sing and nobody's ever sat you down and said, hey, look, you really suck at singing. Don't sing in public. Right. You're embarrassing the shit out of yourself. And then they still keep singing. That's cool because then they're like, fuck it, I just like singing.
Right.
Or like making people uncomfortable, one of the two. But you get my point. Like, why would you know, like, I take all people who sing or act or do comedy seriously. So if the man did it, I would take it at least to, wow, that was a funny song he wrote. Even if I didn't take the song seriously, it's like, oh yeah, that came from the heart from that 50-year-old man.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So like, I just think your point's over dwelling on the fact of his age that we wouldn't take him serious. And the truth is that's not true. I would take him serious in some facet of something. But like,
but it also depends on how the person looks and whether they're talented or not. So let's say that we don't know how old Joe Gotti is, right? I don't know how old Joe Gotti is, but I'm going to say he's probably pushing 40 because he's been around for a long time. So, and that's just his lane. You know what I mean? So it's just like Rolling Stones, or Kiss. They don't do something different than what they did in the 70s.
Pitbull's got to get up there. He's going to keep on singing that Latin
pop
music. And Flo Rida and shit, man, they're killing it.
Right.
Those people don't understand because just because they're playing 192Q, they're blowing up the pop
they
charts.
Blowing up, yeah.
They sing crazy shit and do half the production. They showed that. They showed like a new artist that was broken and like doing an arena show and all like the lights and lasers and everything. And then they showed a Pitbull concert. His stages are dry as fuck. He don't give a fuck. He just go out there and sing and gone. Give him no money. Serious shit with him, man. Like, I mean, he does the same routine.
Yeah, WrestleMania this year.
Did he?
Yes, he did. He did.
And it's not the first time he did.
It's actually the first WrestleMania I missed in a while.
Yeah, he did WrestleMania. Him, Flo Rida, and what was the other? The girl that was there.
I don't know that dude that was singing.
I don't know the dude, but what was the girl's name? I feel like she's it begin with a K. Kalani.
But you know what's
I don't
crazy?
keep up with WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Flo Rida really can rap though.
Oh yeah.
He really can rap.
I don't think that's a secret.
Yeah.
I think that it's
listen,
like,
at the end of the day,
really
let's clarify. The music he's doing is selling, and there's nothing wrong with. And I've been telling people this for years. And I don't care. You might feel like somebody don't got no bars, but you might out rap them, but you can't outsell them.
They said regardless, they can't say Flo Rida ain't got no bars. They probably don't like the songs they hear, and don't get into him or haven't heard him on some real shit. Like he can rhyme.
Yeah.
You can tell MC. You know what I'm saying? MC can make some words rhyme that normally in a conversation, it wouldn't even rhyme. You would say, damn, that don't even sound like it rhyme. But the way he do his thing, his delivery, and way he do his thing.
I'm not sure if I'm quoting this right or not, but I think Jay-Z said the hardest part about like developing his rap career to the size it is was writing down, was dumbing it down.
Right.
Like he could keep on going lyrical and keep on aiming for the moon every time he rapped, but it was coming up with hits and writing dumb shit. But still feeling okay with it with himself, like, all right, yeah, that was still kind of cool. I just pulled back, as opposed to like, man, I really sold the fuck out on this record. You know what I mean? But I can't imagine. Think about it, like you write it and you're like, man, that's dumb as shit. Like that's Mother Goose. That's Mother Goose. Like my kids write better poetry.
What was the classic?
And then you like put it over the beat, and you hear it, and you're like, damn, yeah, like that's exactly what it sounds like on the radio. Like, so.
What was his classic line? What was that?
The Talib Kweli. Yep. Lyrically,
I want to rhyme. Lyrically, I probably would be Talib Kweli. Truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense. I sold 5 mil. I ain't been rhyming like common sense.
Yep.
And that's the facts. Like, I mean,
and that was a shout out to Talib and Common.
Yeah, like that was their shout out. Like
that was kind of painful to say. Like that was unheard of. I was like, damn, they just dissed them. I was like, I gotta run that back as channels and drop other people's names. Like, what the fuck just happened there?
But it was
in your career dissing Common and Talib and be like, oh, by the way, I'm not gonna whatever they say back, I'm not doing this. That's what I thought was happening. I was like, holy shit. And I heard it, I was like, oh no, that was actually a shout out.
Yeah, it was a big up.
Like, it's like your homeboy telling you did good after you got fucked up in a fight. Like, man, that's cool. Yo, you got some hits in there. You like, got the fucking knot on your head.
You got some hits in.
Like, I
Like,
mean,
when you say to your homeboy that he gets fucked up, like, I've really never been on the losing side of too many scrums, you know what I mean? When your homeboys getting some shit in the club, because luckily they never got so far out. You know, they always get broken up by security and your homeboys pulling you back. But I'm saying, like, what do you say to your homeboy that gets fucked up?
I did have a
Can we get to that
homeboy that got
question real quick?
fucked up in a head up fight. Like, he was in the fight and they went head up, hold it back.
All right,
He
so
probably gonna be mad.
I'm sorry,
But he got
it's
knocked
the end of
smooth
the
out.
show. We're having so much fun, but it's the end of the show. Frank, give your plugs so everybody know how to reach you if you want them to reach you.
Reach me on One Coast Entertainment on Facebook. All of our ads are ONEKOAST. We have onecoast.com. Hit me up directly. All my backslashes are Frank MFING Lewis. Getting me back, yo. Like, I want to do this again. This was fun. It was a lot more fun. I thought, I was like, man, they're gonna ask me a lot of questions that I didn't prep for. And then I was like, 'cause I even was calling like my partner on the way. I was like, do I need anything? He was like, nah, you got this. And then I was like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
talk about.
good.
I'm not even gonna talk about hip hop. I'm gonna talk about what we're doing, partner. And I get in here and all we did was laugh and talk about fucking hip hop. I'm so fucking.
That's right.
Listen, before we go, I just like to toast. We had a lovely interview.
Yes,
I
happy
just want-
birthday, Evie Newman.
Thank y'all.
Happy birthday,
I
many
appreciate
more.
it.
All right,
Salute to
y'all.
everybody out there watching. This has been Real Spit Radio. K-Mac Knoxville.
Tell me too much.
It's your boy Evie Newman, man. Salute to my whole team, Knoxville
Hold up,
team,
before
man.
we go.
Wolfpack Gang.
Yes, sir.
Before we go, meet us May 5th, Gentleman 10. We taking you back to the 90s. We love the 90s.
Situations.
Yes.
K-Mac Knoxville, legendary. On Apple Music, Google Play,
Evie Newman, Sexy
iTunes.
Active, Google Play, iTunes,
all that.
all
I
that.
gotta get better at my
All
plug game.
right, peace.
You can find me on at EV_Newman on Instagram. You can find me at EV Newman on Facebook and Braxton Hefner on Facebook. You can also find me at EV Newman 29 on Twitter. Yeah.
All right, IG Tammy_Too_Much, Twitter at Tammy Too Much, and Facebook Tamara Too Much. Now you can
Knoxville
reach me.
308 on Instagram, what? Twitter, Knoxville 36, and on Facebook, Kevin Knoxville. Holla
All
at me.
right.
Yeah, yeah.